Hello, buddy. Welcome back to the Tin Man Score channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and today I'll be reacting to another Taylor animated video for you guys, and this one is the evolution of Gremlins. Every Gremlin explained. So without further ado, I'm going to turn these lights off, move the camera up here for you guys, and let's get this reaction on the road and in the bag, shall we? Okie dokie, here we go.
Bringing home a cuddly mogwai and don't want to leave it astray, there are 3 rules that you must obey. Rule number 1, do not expose them to bright light, especially not sunlight, or they'll die. Rule number 2, do not get them wet, or they will multiply. And rule number 3, do not feed them after midnight, or they will become the nefarious gremlin creature. Bah!
See, I have not watched Gremlins 1 or 2 yet. So I didn't even know that there's rules that you have to follow, or else they would die, multiply, or turn into these gremlin creatures. And I always thought that they were just these creatures under toy fur skin. But anyway, let's continue.
Just how many different gremlins are featured? Here's an explanation of every gremlin variation animated. Like all the mogwai in the first film, the adorable Gizmo has brown and white fur. His hands and feet have 3 digits, and he has large, expressive ears. Giz also spawns multiple other mogwais, including the chubby Haskins and the leader Stripe, who sports a fashionable mohawk.
Okay, that's a little weird. It almost looks like he was poo-pooing them out when the water hit him. And then they form into these other mogwais. I can see why people think they're adorable in this form, but when they turn into the gremlin demon-looking creatures, they're not so adorable.
They're mistakenly fed after midnight, which causes them to cocoon and later emerge as the villainous green gremlin. The gremlins have beige accents, armored scales on their shoulders and legs, spiky protrusions on their face, a pointy head fin, and yellow and red eyes.
You know, I just thought about this. Imagine if Green Goblin and Lizard had a baby together. This is what you get right here. Mixed with a little spliced abomination DNA, of course, because that's what I see when I look at this gremlin design. But golly, you definitely don't want him hiding in your closet to scare the crap out of you or under your bed.
The evil Stripe retains his hairdo, has a more narrow face, and is a brighter shade of green. Other gremlins of note are the Flasher, the Christmas Carolers, a Mugger Gremlin, and a Flash Dancer. They love eating candy, drinking beer, playing poker, and above all, causing mischief. Plus, they love a night out at the movies.
Okay, I didn't know that each one has their own unique personality. I thought they'd be all acting the same way. But just imagine seeing a bunch of these things singing Christmas carols, or one of them opens a trench coat like Flasher. That's ridiculous, but then it's actually neat to see a gremlin going to the movies. I know people walk in there and see them, they'd be like, all right, this theater's all yours.
So this theater infestation is exterminated. Meanwhile, Stripe plans to create a new army of gremlins, but he's exposed to sunlight, disintegrating him. In the sequel, the gremlins are taller, have longer arms, bigger hands and feet, and a more reptilian-like color. Their tailbone has fewer prongs, their spiky protrusions are more prominent, they lack the pointy head fins, and their eye coloring is inversed.
Okay, now this one looks like if you take frog DNA and a dinosaur for Jurassic Park mixed with Abomination, this is what you get. Man, I mean, this one looks way more creepier than the other one, in my opinion.
Also, a secondary gremlin variant that has a more squished face and a cooler tone of green. Plus, both of these variants come in a spotted brown coloring. Gizmo is also given a streamlined redesign and once again gets wet. This time,
Yeah, I think I kind of like the streamlined design of Gizmo better than the first one, because they don't look as shaggy.
I'm spawning 4 unique mogwai-turned gremlins, including the Grumpy George, who has ape-like features, George's best friend, the buck-toothed and droopy Lenny, the evil Mohawk with added red fins, who's apparently the reincarnation of Stripe.
I can see that because both Stripe and Mohawk here contain the signature Mohawk-style hairdo, but he looks way more like a lizard-bat hybrid creature than Stripe is. In other words, he looks way cooler to me than that one.
Stripe, and the wacky and googly-eyed Daffy. This film also showcases an updated Flasher, a secretary gremlin, twin scientists, a night gremlin, witch gremlin, and a Phantom of the Opera gremlin.
You have got to be kidding me. They had to add more gremlins that did different things. I mean, it's cool since they're not copying all the other gremlins looks from the first movie. They added some new ones, but they did bring back an updated Flasher gremlin. I'm like, why does there have to be a Phantom of the Opera one? I mean, he looks goofy and silly in that costume.
Some of the gremlins also consume scientific formulas, resulting in a vegetable gremlin, a super smart brainy gremlin, a fashionable female gremlin named Greta.
Golly, this film went all out on new gremlin designs. I mean, even a veggie gremlin, that's just weird. I mean, look, you could even see vegetables like growing right where his stomach area would be and around his face. I haven't seen this movie either, but I hope the gremlins did not decide to eat this one.
A bat gremlin.
Whoa. Now that bat gremlin kind of reminds me of Man Bat from Batman, mixed with a hornet toad and lizard. Yeah, that is actually pretty cool that they got a gremlin that flies like a bat.
Who's given sunblock formula to fly in daylight, but he gets soaked in concrete and dries like a gargoyle statue. Mohawk turns into a spider gremlin, but is taken out by the Rambo-influenced Gizmo. And an electric gremlin, who is captured in a phone line and later let loose to fry his whole gremlin family.
I didn't even know that was possible to have an electric gremlin, but I'm glad that humans were able to use it to fry the others.
Well, all but Greta, who survives to make it to her wedding. So, which troublesome gremlin is your favorite? Or do you prefer the more cuddly Mogwai?
Yeah, let me know down in the comments, out of all of these gremlins or mogwais, is your favorite. But that one right there looks really silly to me. He kind of reminded me of one of the Muppets where they got those big round eyes. At least it don't look terrifying with those red and yellow lizard-like eyes. Well, okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more reactions to the tele-animated video content. This has been another successful installment of the Tin Man's Core channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and I said that's a wrap. Have a nice day, y'all.